Aquarius, do you realize that there is something extraordinary about your presence? Every time you touch something, whether it's a person, a dream, or a place, something within it begins to stir again. You may not always see it, but life responds to you. It listens when you move. It blooms when you care. You carry what the universe calls the green power, a sacred frequency of renewal. It's invisible to the eyes, but deeply felt by the heart. It's why people often say, there's something peaceful about you. It's why those who were once broken find comfort in your silence. When you walk into a room, energy shifts. When you speak, burdens lighten. And when you love, even the most lifeless things begin to breathe again. This is not coincidence. It's your divine signature. You don't just live, Aquarius. You revive. You awaken what was asleep. You water what was dry. You bring back what the world forgot how to nurture. If this message already touches something deep inside you, write in the comments right now, I carry the power of renewal. Because this message is not meant to flatter you, it's meant to remind you. It's a reminder that your soul was created to revive what others thought was gone. That your journey is not about destruction, but rebirth. Not about chasing recognition, but about quietly bringing life wherever your heart leads. Aquarius, stay with me until the end. Because by the time this message ends, you'll never see your presence as ordinary again. You'll understand that your touch, your voice, your heart, all carry a sacred pulse that heals, restores, and transforms. This is your green power, and tonight it's time to remember it. Imagine a traveler walking through a dry, lifeless desert. The ground is cracked, the air heavy and hot, no color, no sound, no life. But then, this traveler, you, Aquarius, takes a single step forward. And suddenly behind you, the ground begins to shift. Tiny green shoots push their way through the dust. The wind softens. The air smells of rain. This is what your presence does. Where others bring noise, you bring growth. Where others leave scars, you leave seeds. Aquarius, the universe gave you something rare, a living energy that revives everything it touches. Your words become water to thirsty hearts. Your silence becomes shade to those who are weary. Even your presence alone carries calmness, a reminder that peace is still possible. Your compassion is like rain, gentle, healing, unstoppable. It seeps into the cracks of hardened hearts and brings softness again. And your ideas, your ideas are seeds, small but filled with the power to transform barren land into gardens of hope. People often misunderstand your calm spirit. They think your distance means indifference, but they don't realize that what they see as stillness is sacred observation. You don't rush to speak because your soul listens first. You don't pity pain, you understand it. You sense brokenness not to feel sorry for it, but to restore it. You stand apart not to separate yourself, but to see clearly what others overlook. Your green power is not about control, and it's not about dominance. It's about balance. The kind that returns to the earth after a long storm. You bring harmony where there has been struggle. You breathe peace into confusion. You are a healer of energies, a quiet architect of revival. Think about the people who have crossed your path, those who were tired, hopeless, or ready to give up. Do you remember how they began to change after meeting you? How their words softened, their smiles returned, their hope found its way back? That wasn't chance. That was you, Aquarius. That was your spiritual nature in motion. You've carried a healing essence your whole life, an unseen chlorophyll of heaven woven into your soul. It's why people come to you for comfort even when you say nothing. It's why your energy feels safe, even to strangers. And it's why the broken often find you before they find themselves. Your spirit revives what others think is dead. You awaken joy in those who forgot how to feel it. You bring color back to hearts that turned gray. You are the traveler who turns deserts into gardens. You are the reason life dares to bloom again. And everywhere you go, Aquarius, a trail of green follows quietly behind. But here's a truth the world often forgets, Aquarius. Every garden attracts both flowers and weeds. Your energy, that living, healing force inside you, calls many people toward you. Some are drawn by your kindness, your peace, and your ability to listen without judgment. But others come not to grow with you, but to feed from you. There are souls who see your light as their water source. They come thirsty and stay long after they've been nourished. They take your time, your empathy, your energy, and you give it freely because that's your nature. You give, and they grow. But slowly, without realizing it, you begin to wilt. You felt it, haven't you? That deep exhaustion that doesn't come from the body but from the soul. That heavy silence that follows after you've comforted too many hearts and received nothing in return. That emptiness that whispers, "Who pours back into me?" It's not weakness, Aquarius. It's proof that your energy is real. It shows that you have something precious, something powerful enough for others to desire. But the universe, in its wisdom, sometimes allows these moments to happen. Not to break you, but to teach you discernment. Even healers need boundaries. Even light bearers must guard their flame. You can't keep others alive if your own roots are dry. A gardener cannot give rain forever without resting beneath the clouds. You've been through seasons when you kept giving. Forgiving too fast, understanding too deeply, carrying people who refused to walk. You thought that love meant always saying yes, always being available, always giving more. But love also means knowing when to stop pouring into cups that have holes. So if lately you felt spiritually tired or emotionally empty, it's not because your power is gone. It's because you've been using it to water gardens that were never yours to maintain. You've been pouring without receiving, and tonight, heaven is calling you back to your own roots. Back to the part of you that remembers how to rest. Back to the soil where you first learned to grow quietly, without anyone watching. Because sometimes, the most powerful healing doesn't come from action. It comes from stillness. Rest, Aquarius. Recharge. Let your roots drink again from divine peace. You don't have to fix everyone. You don't have to explain your absence. The world will continue. But you need time to breathe, to refill, to rise stronger. And when you do, your energy will return brighter than before. Your heart will beat greener, fuller, and more alive. Because even in your silence, Aquarius, you are still planting seeds. And sometimes, your silence is the most powerful seed of all. Have you noticed how life begins to change the moment your heart finds peace again, Aquarius? When your mind stops worrying, when your soul exhales, everything around you begins to move. Doors you thought were closed suddenly open. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. Old relationships begin to heal, and abundance starts to flow in ways you can't quite explain. That, Aquarius, is your green power coming alive again. It's the invisible force within you that wakes up when you are in alignment with peace. When your spirit is centered, you start vibrating at the same frequency as creation itself. You stop chasing, and things begin to find you. You stop forcing, and blessings begin to unfold naturally. It's as if the universe recognizes your calm as a signal and says, "Now it's time." Your energy invites growth. Your presence tells life that it is safe to bloom again. This is why people often return to you after they've been away, because your spirit carries safety, hope, and restoration. They may not have words for it, but they feel it. Your energy tells them, you can grow here. It's the same mystery behind every miracle you've witnessed. When light touches darkness, darkness cannot stay the same. When your peace meets chaos, chaos begins to dissolve. When your faith touches fear, fear begins to fade. You carry a quiet kind of power, not loud, not forceful, but deeply transformative. So the next time someone tries to make you feel like your kindness doesn't matter, or your gentleness doesn't change anything, smile quietly, because you already know the truth. You know that unseen roots are forming beneath the surface, even when the soil looks barren. Your energy has been planting seeds where others saw only dust. And those seeds are growing, slowly but surely, into life that will one day surprise everyone. Aquarius, you are not just helping people, you are changing their soil, altering the foundation of their spirit. Your touch doesn't just comfort, it revives. Your presence doesn't just support, it transforms. You are turning wastelands into gardens, and those gardens will outlive you. They will continue to bloom in your absence, carrying traces of your spirit long after you've moved on. That is the true beauty of your green power. It doesn't just create growth for today, it leaves life behind for generations to come. Right now, Aquarius, heaven is sending rain. For too long you've walked through dry seasons, giving endlessly, waiting patiently, hoping quietly. You've poured yourself into others, into dreams, into prayers that seemed unanswered. But now, divine clouds are gathering. This rain is not a storm of punishment, it's a shower of restoration. It's the answer to the silent cries you thought went unheard. Your prayers have been rising like mist, and your faith has become the lightning that finally breaks the drought. Every seed you planted, those acts of kindness, those moments of forgiveness, those tears you shed in private, are about to bloom. The soil of your soul is opening again, ready to receive what was promised to you long ago. You will begin to see signs of renewal everywhere. People who once took from you will return, not to drain you, but to thank you. Ideas that once seemed impossible will start to grow effortlessly. Doors that felt locked will open as if they were waiting for this exact rain. And most beautifully, Aquarius, peace will begin to live where pain used to dwell. The heaviness will lift, the confusion will clear. Because this is not an ordinary season, this is your divine rain. The universe is saying, you've watered enough gardens, now let me water you. You've spent years nurturing others, now heaven is nurturing you. You've revived hearts, now your own heart is being revived. The rain falling now is sacred. It's washing away what never belonged to you. Old pain, false attachments, hidden guilt, and fears you never spoke aloud. And as it falls, it reveals something extraordinary, an emerald path leading to your next destiny. A future that is rich, alive, and aligned with your true nature. This is not the end of your story, it's the renewal of it. So lift your face toward the spiritual rain, Aquarius. Let it cleanse you, let it refill you, because the same hands that guided you through the drought are now sending this rain to remind you that even after long silence, heaven always remembers where its gardeners live. Aquarius, there is something sacred about your touch. You may not always see it, but the world feels it. Your presence alone has the power to heal what words cannot reach. When you hold someone's hand, when you listen with real compassion, when you stand beside someone in silence, their energy begins to shift. The heaviness in their heart lightens. The fog in their mind clears. Their spirit remembers what peace feels like again. Your touch carries a vibration of healing. When you comfort others, your energy rewrites their frequency. When you speak life into weary souls, their broken dreams begin to breathe again. And when you love, truly love, you awaken the part of them that forgot it was divine. You make people believe in goodness again. You make them see that life can begin once more, even after loss. That is why the universe often keeps you set apart. It's not rejection, it's refinement. You are not meant to be everywhere, Aquarius. You are meant to be exactly where your touch can spark rebirth. Your path isn't about being surrounded by crowds, but about meeting the few whose lives you were destined to restore. Some people call it energy, others call it aura, but spiritually, it's something far greater. It's God's breath moving through you, a living stream of renewal. Every time you choose love instead of bitterness, light instead of anger, you release that divine current into the world. You don't have to perform miracles with your hands, Aquarius. Your existence is already a miracle in motion. Your very life is a prayer the universe keeps answering through you. When you smile, you bless. When you create, you heal. When you forgive, you set futures free. So never underestimate yourself. Never think your quiet kindness goes unseen. You don't just revive people, you resurrect possibilities. You don't just heal hearts, you rewrite destinies. And in ways you may never fully understand, your touch continues to ripple through lives long after you've left the room. Because you, Aquarius, were born carrying heaven's healing in your hands. Aquarius, there is a divine promise written inside your spirit, one that the universe never forgets. It says, "Those who bring life to others will never lack life themselves." This promise follows you everywhere you go. It is etched in the rhythm of your soul, and heaven watches over it closely. You have spent years pouring yourself into others, giving light where there was darkness, speaking hope where there was silence, and believing in people who had already stopped believing in themselves. You became the shoulder others leaned on, the voice that encouraged them to keep going, the gentle energy that reminded them that love still exists. And even when no one thanked you, even when your kindness was misunderstood or ignored, you kept giving. Because something deep inside you whispered, "Keep going. This is your calling." Aquarius, you were never giving in vain. Every drop of goodness that flowed from you was being recorded in spiritual soil. Soil that remembers. There were days you gave when you had nothing left to give. You spoke life into others while you were quietly breaking inside. You lifted people when no one noticed you were the one who needed lifting. Yet still, you smiled, you helped, you prayed, and you stayed kind. And that is why, even in your lowest seasons, miracles somehow found you. When you felt lost, small signs appeared. A message at the right time. A stranger's smile. An unexpected opportunity. When you thought everything was falling apart, something unseen kept you standing. That was heaven keeping its promise. Those who bring life to others will never lack life themselves. Think about it. How many times did you come close to giving up, and somehow strength returned? How many times did you say, "I can't do this anymore," and yet the next morning, peace came quietly like dawn? It wasn't random, Aquarius. It was divine mercy following you. You are living proof that heaven rewards gardeners with their own harvest. You have been the one watering others' dreams, nurturing other people's hearts, and spreading hope like sunlight. But now the season has shifted. The same soil you sowed into is opening up for you. Your reward is beginning to take form. Every act of love you gave is returning, not the same, but multiplied. Every prayer you whispered for others is echoing back into your own life as blessings. Every tear you cried in secret is transforming into rain that will water your new beginning. This is not just spiritual talk. This is sacred law. Whatever you gave from your heart must come back to you, because life cannot take from the giver without returning more to sustain them. And Aquarius, you have given much. You've carried others through storms you never caused. You've healed wounds that were not yours to carry. You've spoken faith when no one else could see the light. So if you are watching this right now feeling weary, hear this clearly. Your restoration has already begun. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but it's unfolding in the unseen realm. Doors are being prepared, paths are being cleared, blessings are being arranged. The universe is preparing to return everything you gave, pressed down, shaken together, and running over with abundance. The time of quiet planting has ended. The season of visible blooming is here. You will soon walk into rooms you once only dreamed of. You will meet souls who match the love and peace you carry. You will finally see the fruit of everything you gave, everything you believed, and everything you endured. Because your energy, your green power, was never wasted. It was gathering strength beneath the soil. Even when you felt unseen, you were growing stronger. Even when you were alone, your roots were deepening. Even when you were tired, heaven was watering your spirit. And now that hidden power is rising to the surface. Your light is about to attract the right people, those who give, not take. Those who see your worth without needing explanation. Those who pour into you the same way you have poured into others. You will feel it soon. The calm after the long storm, the peace that doesn't fade, the opportunities that seem tailor-made just for you. You will walk through open doors that once resisted you, because you're no longer walking alone. You're walking with the favor you earned through every selfless act of love. This is the promise of return, the spiritual law of replenishment. The giver must receive, the healer must be healed, the light bearer must finally stand in light. So Aquarius, let this truth sink into your heart tonight. You are about to enter a season of divine repayment. You've carried life everywhere you went, you revived people, places, and dreams. And now heaven is saying, it's your turn. Your blessings will not come little by little, they will overflow. Your peace will not come slowly, it will arrive like a flood. because you didn't give halfway, and the universe will not return halfway. Every seed you planted, every prayer you spoke, every sacrifice you made, it is all returning with interest. And soon, you will look around and realize everything you touched in faith has come back to touch you with joy. This is your reward for carrying life, Aquarius. This is the harvest of your compassion, your endurance, your love. It's your divine green power now blooming in your own field. So breathe deeply and remember, your waiting was never wasted. It was sacred preparation for the abundance that now flows towards you. The same hands that gave will now receive. The same heart that healed will now be healed. The same soul that revived others will now live fully revived. Heaven smiles upon you, Aquarius. You've given enough light to the world. Now, let the light come home to you. Aquarius, wherever you go next, something beautiful will grow. Not because you force it, but because life itself follows your frequency. Every step you take leaves light behind. Every word you speak becomes water to thirsty ground. You are the calm after chaos, the breath that comes after despair, the garden that rises after drought. Your energy has always been a quiet miracle, a reminder that peace still exists, that healing is possible, and that light always finds a way through. This is your divine reminder tonight. You radiate a force that revives everything you touch. You are not ordinary, Aquarius. You are restoration walking in human form. You carry the vibration of rebirth, the sound of renewal, the fragrance of new beginnings. So walk gently, but confidently, because the world needs your light. The world feels your light. And wherever your path leads next, remember, what you touch will bloom. Type it one more time in the comments to seal this word: I carry the power of renewal. And if this message spoke deeply to your spirit, make sure to subscribe, because your journey of awakening has only just begun. Until next time, Aquarius, keep blooming.